Have you ever looked at someone and thought, damn, this person's a bad person? They must play the Dutch defense. If so, then you already know that chess openings speak more about a person than any other factor. As a 2200 rated player, I have seen firsthand the positive effects that can come from playing based openings, as well as those who play openings, which I think should be considered a war crime, who contribute absolutely nothing to society and have no friends. I'll be continuing to rank all these openings on a scale from S to F. Remember, this is not based on how good the openings are, but of how good you are as a person for playing each opening. People who play the bird think they're cool. They think they're unique and different because they're not playing 1e4 or 1d4. They act like they've discovered some secret weapon and brag how no one knows how to deal with the bird. But let's be real, you're not special, you're not different, and all you've done is weaken your king on the first move of the game. Even the computer thinks that 1a3 is a better move than the bird. I remember back in the day, I used to try so hard to get this one trap in the From's Gambit, where you play d6 and try and use the weak dark squared diagonal to get an early checkmate on the king. Overall, I really hate this opening. If you play this, you're not my friend. And to be honest, I've actually started disliking birds, just because when I see a bird, I think of this opening. As such, this opening clearly deserves to be in F tier. The Alien Gambit is fascinating. It's actually extremely recent, having only gained traction in the last 2 years, mainly because of a streamer called Woody Alien. And even though the engine hates it, it's actually an extremely good practical weapon to crush Catalan players, especially in shorter time controls. People who play this opening are crazy. Their lives are chaos. They don't care about playing the most accurate game. They only care about farming brilliance and getting crazy checkmates. If anything, people who play this opening are too crazy. As such, I think this opening belongs in A tier. At first glance, the Wing Gambit looks like a very tactical line. And don't get me wrong, there are some lines where as black, you have to be extremely careful. However, 90% of the time, the center gets closed and compensation for the pawn comes in the form of a lasting kingside attack. When I was climbing from 1000 to 1500 elo, I actually had a lot of fun playing this gambit, especially against the Sicilian defense. It catches people off guard and really tests black's defensive capabilities. Because of this, I think this opening deserves to be in B tier. Before this video, I didn't know this opening was called the 150 attack, but the name makes sense. It's an opening against the perk, which is so easy to play that a player rated to 150 elo could play. All you do is trade your bad bishop for their best fianchettoed bishop and start a huge kingside attack. This works wonders against low-rated players as they suck at defending and will likely lose in the first 20 moves of the game against the 150 attack. Unfortunately, all the people who play the perk at high level love being attacked at the start of the game so that they can try and get a large counter attack. Because of this, if you play this opening, you're a chill dude. You don't want to prepare against the perk or the modern defense. You just want an aggressive setup that you can reliably play against any fianchetto setup and then just run an attack based off vibes. As such, I think this opening deserves to be in A tier. Both these openings deserve F tier. Need I explain more? The Catalan is a very complex opening, which has been played numerous times at the highest level of chess. It's been played in the Candidates, World Championship matches, and even by me. It's extremely annoying to play against, as White's strong fianchettoed bishop often dominates the long diagonal, preventing Black from developing their own bishop. Although people who play this opening likely do not go outside or touch grass, I actually kind of respect them for it. Those who play this opening just want to do their best. They've seen Magnus Carlsen play it, they've seen Hikaru play it, they know it's a good opening. And despite the many complexity in the Catalan, they are still not scared. Because of this, I believe this opening deserves to be in the top of B tier. I hate the Bowlder opening. Developing the bishop to c5 so early makes so little sense, but for some reason it's so common around the 1200 elo level. I don't understand why people play this, when there are 15 other good moves that you can play against the Sicilian defense. All you have to do to counter the Bowlder defense is play e6, a6, and b5 to kick away the bishop, and already black has a small advantage. I think this opening is mainly played by people who don't know what they're doing. They're probably just trying to develop their pieces and don't realize that the bishop doesn't belong on c5 in the Sicilian. As such, I think this opening deserves to be in D tier, as 90% of the time these people have no clue what they're doing. They're probably trying to play the Italian against the Sicilian, and I don't respect it. These guys heard the chess saying, put 2 pawns in the center of the board, and have made it their entire opening repertoire. I know people who play the center game also play the Smith-Morra, or they pre-move d4 and end up in the Smith-Morra anyway. The center game is a fairly solid opening and will catch many black players off guard. The other good thing about the center game is you can often add the Scotch Gambit to your repertoire in order to confuse people who are trying to prepare against you in over-the-board tournaments. Because of this, these people are chill. They can't be bothered remembering all the cutting-edge lines, but they still like to play open position in territory that they're familiar with. Because of this, I think this opening deserves to be in A tier. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. Please, guys. Anyway, I'll see you in part 5.